The ambulance contract in Colorado Springs and El Paso County expires this year, and as that renewal process begins, Springs Mayor Steve Bach considering turning over that service to the fire department. But the idea creating some political divides between the mayor and El Paso County commissioners. News 5's Andy Cohen has more tonight.
AMR has a government-endorsed monopoly on ambulance service in Colorado Springs and El Paso County. Their contract is up for renewal this year, and Mayor Bach wants to see if the city's really getting the best deal.
More and more people are using 911 as their doctor of choice, which is not appropriate, but that's what's happening.
And because all 911 calls require both a fire truck and an ambulance, they often duplicate services.
Our firefighters then spend time analyzing the patient, stabilizing the patient, doing some diagnostics, getting the patient ready for transport. In many cases, actually wheeling the patient to the ambulance.
So he and the fire chief are talking about just having the city take over ambulance service. But that idea could get really expensive. Just to purchase vehicles similar to AMR would cost over $4 million, not including another $1 million per year for maintenance, or the salaries and benefits for new paramedics and EMTs. The city's struggling as is just to pay for new firefighters. It took a grant from the Obama administration just to fully staff Fire Station 21.
I think there's been a concern that things have been kind of done behind closed doors. The ESA really feels that this needs to be a transparent process.
Commissioner Sally Clark serves on the Emergency Services Agency Board. It was created by the city, county, and rural fire districts to improve ambulance service at a lower cost. AMR operates without any taxpayer money, and their response times and rates are locked in by the ESA contract. So if the city opts out, it would make ambulance service more expensive for the other communities.
The cost of doing business is lowered when you do it as a collective group.
Another option Bach is considering is to open the city's contract for bids, a lot like the private snowplow operation. He says any bidder would be required to cover the county as well. Andy Cohen, News 5.
And today, the ESA board voted to hire a consultant to review the contract and to consider the impact created by the city leaving the agency. Springs Councilman Merv Bennett, who also serves on the ESA board, said the fire chief expected to have the city's plan put together in 6 to 8 weeks.
A man in the